Hey there, it's story time with Grandma. Today I've got a fun story that I always enjoyed reading. It's called Harry and the Terrible Wotsit. It's by Dick Gackenbach. Kind of scary guys on the front. I knew there was something terrible down in the cellar. I just knew because the cellar was dark and damp and it smelled. Don't go down there, I told my mother. Why, she asked. There's something terrible down there. I have to go to the cellar, she said. We need a jar of pickles. She never believes me. I waited and waited and waited at the cellar door. She never came back up. Someone had to do something, so I took a broom and went down the cellar steps. It was very black and gloomy, and it smelled. I know there's something down here, I called out. What did you do with my mother? Then I saw it. A double-headed, three-clawed, six-toed, long-horned Wotsit. It was hiding behind the furnace. Where is my mother? I asked it. Last time I saw your mother, the Wotsit said. She was over by the pickle jars, Runt. I was sure the Wotsit was lying. What did you do with her? I shouted, and I gave it a swat with the broom. Wham! That made the Wotsit really mad, and it came after me. I swung the broom again. Wham! The Wotsit didn't like that at all. It climbed up on the washer, and I hit it right where it sits down. I noticed the Wotsit was getting smaller, and when I pulled its tail, it got even smaller. Now the Wotsit was down to my size. Okay, you better tell me what you did with my mother, I said, or else. Kid, you're crazy, the Wotsit answered. One of the heads made a face at me. Just for that, I twisted a nose, and the Wotsit shrank some more. Why are you getting so small? I asked. Because you aren't afraid of me anymore, the Wotsit said. That always happens when I'm just beginning to feel at home in a closet or a cellar. The Wotsit looked very sad. The Wotsit got smaller and smaller and smaller. Just when it was about the size of a peanut, I called out, "Try Sheldon Parker's cellar next door. He's afraid of everything." "Thanks," I heard it say. Then the Wotsit was gone. The Watts had disappeared before it could tell me what it had done to my mother. I looked in the washer. She was not in there. I looked behind some boxes. My mother was not there either. I looked inside the wood bin. No mother there. I was very worried. Then I found her glasses beside the pickle jars, but what had happened to the rest of her? I was searching for more clues when I discovered the back cellar door was open. I looked outside. And there, in the bright sunlight, was my mother picking flowers. Boy, was I glad to see her. I found your glasses in the cellar, I said. Well, thank you, Harry, she said, but I thought you were afraid of the cellar. Not any more, I answered. The terrible Watson is gone. I chased it away with a broom. Well, she said, I never saw a Watson down there. She never believes me. I helped her carry the pickles into the kitchen, where she gave me some milk and cookies. You know what, Harry, my mother said. I will never worry about a Watson as long as you are around. Maybe she did believe me. Later, I heard an awful yell coming from the house next door. I bet Sheldon looked in the cellar. The end. It was kind of a fun story. It was kind of like reading that one. It's kind of a fun one. All right, hope everybody's doing fine. Love you guys.